Speaking of celebrating, I feel like baseball fans everywhere are rejoicing. Obviously, spring training been underway for a little bit now, but today is extra exciting. The full squad officially reporting for the Brewers. Got to bring in our very own Brandon Cruz. He is joining us live from Phoenix. For starters, the sunshine alone, Brandon, is making me jealous. We do not have that in Milwaukee today.
Well, it's funny because it rained overnight, so they are practicing on the main field today because it was able to be tarped. And we do have intermittent clouds going over, but yes, we are getting an abundance of sunshine, and it is starting to warm up just a little today. But a great day for these guys to get out here and start working out in earnest together, even though, as you mentioned, they have been here for a number of days. Almost every player has been here prior to today's reporting date.
All right, but what is it like, to officially be able to say the full squad is here? I mean, what are some of the conversations that we're seeing on the field?
Yeah, right now, I mean, you kind of keep hearing that it's the first day of school and that it's the thing starts now. Everything's for real at this point because things are going to start to move quickly. They also get a chance to interact with the owner, Mark Attanasio. He spoke to the team before they took the field here today. He spoke to us after that, and he's very excited about what this team is. He's very excited about the momentum this team is bringing from last year, both on the field and then also with the fans. He feels like that the Milwaukee fan base has been huge for this team and its success, and he's hoping that these guys on the field this year can continue that. So you have this newness. It's a brand new day, a brand new start to the year. Everything leading up to today, you'd feel like is more of a warm up as guys are starting to get into a rhythm. They hope to hit today in rhythm and continue that through the spring. And their first game is already Saturday. So this is a very quick process for these guys as they hit the field today.
Yeah, I feel like this is the first time we're potentially seeing the full squad since unfortunately losing in the NLCS. So close to the World Series, didn't make it last season. What's the vibe with that? I mean, are they coming back disappointed or are they coming back just hungry and ready to prove themselves this year?
It depends on who you talk to. Some of the guys say, forget about last year. That was last year. This is a different team. Others saying, yeah, it reminds them of what they missed out on and that things ended too early for them in what their goal was. They fell short. So they always seem to have the World Series as their goal, which is a great thing. Not every team can always say that. And the other part about it is they're looking to just build on the things they learned last year and then take that into what they can do this year. And obviously, with some new faces and the departure of others, there will be some changes and there will be some getting used to. And if you remember, that was the case last season, and it took until late May for the Brewers to finally start clicking. And then they just were unstoppable, ending up with the best record in baseball. They're hoping something similar happens, but on a quicker basis this year, but we'll see how that all unfolds.
Yeah, Brandon, for anyone who's maybe never made it down to Phoenix for spring training, explain a little bit more about the vibe. I feel like it's more fun, more casual. It seems like the players are more accessible just because it's a smaller kind of stadium there. What's it like to get to go to spring training games?
Yeah, it definitely is more relaxed. I mean, guys are working hard. Don't get me wrong. When they're out here, all their focus is on the task at hand. But they do get to interact with the fans more. They get to talk with them, sign autographs, answer questions as they're moving, to the clubhouse or back out to the field. They will interact with fans, and fans will start milling around pretty much today a little bit, but it really picks up as the games get going. So it's something that is kind of cool because you get these guys where they're not all business all the time. They're looking at different things to work on. So maybe they have one task to focus on during the day for baseball, then they can get away, go to their favorite restaurant, play golf, do whatever they do. And then there is a lot more interacting with the fans here, which is why it's such a great opportunity. If fans have the chance to get here, it really is a great way to see the club up close, to talk to some of your favorite players, and just to see what they go through as they get ready for a 162-game season.
Speaking of, being able to talk to players, have you talked to any of the Brewers who are playing in the World Baseball Classics? That's another layer of excitement that we get this spring, and obviously several Brewers will be partaking. Not all playing for the USA. They have their own home countries there, but I'm sure they've got to be excited for that.
Yeah, they are excited. Rob Zastrinsky, we just saw him today. He's leaving March 1st. He's playing for Canada. Haven't had a chance to talk with Joey Ortiz very much. He'll be playing for Mexico Same with Bryce Terang. He'll be playing for the United States. In all, I think 14 members of the organization will be going to the World Baseball Classic. A lot, obviously, from the minor leagues. But, yeah, it's an opportunity. William Contreras also, by the way, will be playing for Venezuela. So there are a number of guys that are going. We haven't talked directly about that at this point in time. But, yeah, in years past, I've talked to guys about going. In fact, I remember Sal Frelick when he was just a prospect and he was trying to make it to the big leagues. He hadn't yet, and he went and played for Italy. And he was so excited. And that really kind of lit a fire, I would say, for him. And we saw him burst onto the scene after that. So I'm wondering if some of these other minor leaguers might be able to use that opportunity to catapult them up through the system and maybe to get up here sooner rather than later.
Yeah, absolutely. I tuned in a little bit to the Wisconsin Live Desk yesterday when you were talking to Ben Handelman, and I know you were chatting about just your conversation with Pat Murphy and how he was talking about like his sleep schedule and how he likes to sleep. For you as a reporter and a member of media, what's it like to, have a manager who is so much of an open book and really willing to take any question you've got for him?
Well, it's great. I mean, because, our job really is just to get you, the fan, the information and to be the conduit to that. And when you have a guy that is so open and so willing to engage and be really honest, I mean, that's the one thing that's great about Pat Murphy is he just seems to speak from the heart. And yes, he's a very bright guy and he knows what he should and shouldn't be talking about. But, he's not giving away secrets, but yet he does let you in. He does give you a deeper understanding of what's going on, maybe his thought process or why things are going this way or going that way. And that's our job. And he makes it a lot easier because of that. You have other guys that are closed off a little more or not as willing to share so much. And so I think, as a Brewers fan, you should be pretty excited that you have Pat Murphy as the manager of the team you root for, because he's going to give you as much as he can. And he does it in an entertaining way.
Yeah. Absolutely. Obviously, you've already been able to chat with the owner today. We can see there's players on the field behind you practicing. What else is on your schedule for today?
Well, today is just, more of trying to see what these guys do in this workout, try to talk to them afterwards, put our stories together for FOX6 News and Fox Local. And just kind of see what this day has been like for these guys as they now are all together. They've heard the messages from the owner, that they've heard the messages from their manager, and now they're on the field and taking that first step forward. So it'll be interesting to see what they think of this. Sometimes today also means picture day for them. They're lucky they have to wait until Friday for that. So it doesn't all come at once, but it is a time when they are getting pulled left and right, because they even were just recording all their stuff for the scoreboard, and that's very private. They don't let us anywhere near that. So the people who run that have them in these tents doing these things that we will all see for the first time when we go to a Brewers game.
Yeah, I love that you equated this to the first day of school. I think there's all sorts of excitement surrounding this kind of first full squad practice, and we appreciate you joining us and giving us the lowdown on what's going on in Arizona as spring training's underway. And we look forward to that first game on Saturday. Lots of baseball fans, I think, very happy. Thanks, Brandon, for joining us here on the Live Desk.
All right, thank you. We'll talk to you soon.
Sounds good. We should be able to check in with Brandon again tomorrow as they continue to cover spring training for us. Again, this is a live look at the field there in Phoenix right now. I know he said it was raining, but I am just quite jealous of how beautiful and warm it looks there. But we really don't have the worst weather here in Milwaukee either. And it's so good to get to now say that we don't just got pitchers and catchers, but we have position players that are back. The whole team is together as they hopefully are, getting some practices in on what they hope is another postseason run for them. Hopefully this year we go to the World Series. I'm being nice because you guys know I'm actually a Cubs fan. But see, I can root for your team as well. Hey, we'll leave it on this as we head to break, and we'll be right back with more Wisconsin Live Desk right after this.